Hey guys, it's your girl Shalae and I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss new proposals for the Affordable Connectivity Program. Y'all, we have summer EBT cards arriving in the mail fully loaded. I mean, $120 for you to spend. We also have replacement EBT and a whole lot more. So if you want to know what's going on in the lovely world of EBT, my darling, you've come to the right place. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey, friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel, we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below, and you're in just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, especially if you love me bringing this content to you. Now, if you are an EBT recipient or not, you can try out Amazon Prime free for 30 days by clicking the link in the description box or in the cards above, okay? Now, guys, I am so excited right now because I hope y'all been checking y'all mail. They are sending out new Sunbooks, summer EBT, whatever you want to call it. They are sending out the cards and they have the money already loaded on them. Now, in Tennessee, parents can log in and they can check like a portal for your eligibility. They do have applications available in all states that are offering summer EBT right now as well. But if you do submit an application in May, then more than likely you're not going to be in the first round to receive your funds. Indiana had summer pandemic EBT cards that are arriving in the mail this week as well. Guys, the cards are coming from a P.O. box out of Kentucky. So if you're automatically approved, your child receives free or reduced lunch, then you should be receiving those cards in the mail. And I think a few other states, like their EBT hotlines, open up in June as well. Now, speaking of EBT cards, Monroe County in New York, that whole switch that they had going on May 19th, well, a lot of people still cannot access their benefits. So Monroe County, they released a statement following the EBT card and PIN issues. And they said, like, card holders all across the state, you can use your existing EBT card and PIN if it shows active in the system. So some people, when they did the new switch over to the system, their cards, their PIN numbers were not accepted as they transitioned to that new EBT system. If your card is not showing active, if you're unable to use your card, that doesn't mean that you don't have a balance. That doesn't mean that you don't have anything at all. It just didn't register in the system. So they're urging everyone to go ahead and check your cards, check those PIN numbers as well. They're working with the vendor to try to resolve the issue and develop a way for local social services to pretty much issue temporary cards that will work with the new system as well. So let me know down in the comments below if you have already received your EBT card, if you are having issues in New York. But they said as of right now, you know, for card holders to kind of be patient in New York while they try to resolve the issue. It could take a day or two. Now, granted, we passed that day or two, but we're going to go ahead and give you the grace as well. I hope you guys know it's the new EBT Edge mobile app and EBT Edge online client portal as well, where you can access your cards in New York for any functions or any issues as well. And since it is a new system, you do have to re-register, create like a new account, as well as like a new username, PIN, and all the things. But you could go on and download it as well. All right, so next let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes, because a lot of people want to know about the Affordable Connectivity Program, and Republicans are launching new proposals before this thing shuts down, okay? So you guys know we are in May, the final days of May, and the Affordable Connectivity Program, it was issuing out like those partial payments at the beginning of the month for like $30 as well. Well, the program will officially end on May 31st unless Congress goes ahead and saves it as well. So now we're going to enter the chat with a lot of Republicans where they have started to launch these new proposals as well. Since nothing is really going on, we don't know. Now, some people did say they received like a $14 or $15 credit for the month of May. It was just a partial credit. It wasn't the full $30. But the first proposal that Republicans are looking at is to go ahead and just amend the Affordable Connectivity Program that we have now, but include a little bit more restrictions. So the first proposal was introduced by Brandon Williams, a Republican from New York. pretty much he wants to allocate $6 billion to the Affordable Connectivity Program of Consolidation Appropriations Act of 2024. Now, with his proposal, he also wants to combat the fraud that's going on. So he wants to require eligible households to enroll in the Affordable Connectivity Program through the National Verifier or National Lifeline Accountability Database. Now, these databases will confirm and check like your eligibility. It will give you like specific criteria where you can enroll, and they want to do this to prevent multiple enrollments by the same household. So they said this will be like so accountability as well as traceability, making it easier for them to address and detect like fraudulent activities as well. Now, Williams' proposal, he also wants to ensure that current households enrolled in the program, that you remain eligible to receive those benefits for 180 days after they pass the bill, regardless of your future eligibility status. So if at some point that you become ineligible, that you could still keep the bill for 6 months. That his verbiage on the bill has not been released, but he didn't make like any mention of if he's going to keep it at $30 a month or not. So it's kind of like, okay, he's giving something. Now, on the opposite end, we have Senator Ted Cruz of Texas. He just introduced a plan yesterday where instead of giving $30, he wants to give $10 a month. Hold on. Not only that, he has a lot of rules. So he would go ahead and introduce like those stricter verification requirements where he would require you to enter like the last 4 digits of your Social Security number to enroll. Another change that he wants to do is prevent the overlap of the Lifeline program. So you guys know all my seasoned seniors that get their phones are like the Obama phones. But this is like a phone and internet service for low-income households. Usually seasoned seniors take advantage of it. But he suggested that they get rid of the Lifeline program because if you have internet here and if they're paying $10, Lifeline only pays $10. So he's like, they don't need to be under both programs at all. If you enroll in his Affordable Connectivity Program, you get $10, phone and internet, kick them off of Lifeline. He also proposed that able-bodied adults without dependents, that they would not be eligible to receive the Affordable Connectivity Program as well. So let me know what your thoughts are, but it's still in the talks. We have a few days. All right, so next we're headed to Alaska, where the legislature votes to raise the income limit for food stamps in Alaska, which means more money, more money, more. So more Alaskan residents, they will actually get a raise on their food stamps based on the income limits to qualify. So now Alaska will join 42 other states, which they use what is called like a broad-based categorical eligibility. And this will like streamline the applications, but it also will go ahead and like ease the income requirements for you to be able to receive SNAP benefits and reduce like all that paperwork that contributed to Alaska's backlog as well. So based on this broad-based categorical eligibility, this will make households, usually they had households that made less than twice of the federal income program, you would be eligible, whereas prior it was 30%. So now 20% more will be eligible as well. So they're like, look, more people will be able to qualify. And then they also want to go ahead and remove the asset test so people can save up a lot more money to be able to exit the program eventually. So the asset test had where like if you made $4,000 or if you had like $4,000 in savings, you couldn't get any food stamps at all. So like if you had like a car or house, you would have to kind of liquidate or get rid of those funds or spend down the cash before you qualify. But they're removing that as well because they're like, look, at this point, we want people to be able to get off the program, not stay on the program. So more people should qualify. Next, we're headed to Mark Rogers, where he is introducing like a service member act where he's like, no service member should have to rely on food stamps. So on Wednesday, U.S. Representative Mike Rogers, who is the chairman of the House of Armed Services Committee, he delivered like this opening remarks at the full committee about all the branches of armed forces and how there have been like significant challenges in recruiting, as well as prompting lawmakers to go ahead and prioritize like enhanced pay and benefits for service members this year. You guys know I'm all with it. You all know that I am in the military as well. Now, Rogers did say that the pay for active duty members, that it is so low that a lot of our service members, they are qualifying for food stamps. So he introduced the quality of life improvement. And he's like, look, no service member should have to live in unsafe conditions. No military family should have to rely on food stamps to feed their children. And no one that is serving the country should have to wait weeks to see a doctor or a mental health specialist. So he's like, look, this bill will go a long way towards fixing that. Every service member in our armed forces, they made that selfless decision to serve and protect our nation. And he's like, look, we owe it to them, the brave men and women, to ensure that they have adequate pay, safe housing, as well as access to health care and child care and support for their spouses. So let me know what you guys think. I'm interested to see how this bill goes, what's going to happen, but I want to put that in there because you know that hits close to home. Next, we're headed to Texas, where SNAP recipients can apply for replacement benefits after the storm. So Texas, all of Texas people. Speaking of Texas, I will be in Texas Memorial Day weekend. You guys will see that. So I'm going to be in Texas. So if I run across y'all, say, hey, Miles and I will be there as well. But Texas has received the federal approval for SNAP recipients to apply for replacement benefits for food that have been lost or destroyed during the storm. So due to like the recent weather flooding, as well as devastating communities all across the state, Texan residents can apply for SNAP replacement benefits for food that was lost or destroyed during these devastating storms as well. So I know all my people be like, you never say anything about Texas, you never, and it's like, guys, Texas have to put out something to be eligible for the benefits. You can call 211, and I think it's option number 2, but the Texas Health and Human Service Committee, they're working with federal partners to ensure that Texas have their resources they need to recover and move forward from these storms as well. So once again, SNAP recipients, if you are in Texas and you had any issues with the storms that began on May 16th, you can apply for replacement benefits. Once approved, they will go ahead and be loaded to your Lone Star cards within 2 business days as well. So they have like specific counties as well. I think you have until June 17th to register, but they have recipients like in Austin, Chambers, Colorado, Harris, Liberty, Montgomery, Polk, San Jacinto, Trinity, Walker, Waller counties. You have from now through June 17th to go ahead and apply. Also, they have where WIC is going to replace like the food and the formula benefits as well for last week's storms. So, hey, you got it. 211 option 2. Now, speaking of disaster benefits, Oklahoma residents who were impacted by their recent tornadoes to qualify for disaster SNAP benefits, you can go ahead and apply, but you have until tomorrow, which is Friday. So if you're dealing with any storm damage, any disaster related expenses that you may or may not be reimbursed for, any type of loss, reduction in income because of those storms, then you may be eligible as well. So they have disaster SNAP as well as replacement SNAP, but you have to apply by Friday, May 24. And for our last story, in Hawaii, they are issuing a alert about the fraudulent calls that people have been receiving. Y'all, they frauding everybody out here, okay? The Department of Human Services has issued a statewide fraud alert following reports of fraudulent automated calls that are originating from a phone number, a 1-800 or a 1-866 number. But these calls, they kind of greet the recipients with the message like, welcome to Hawaii EBT customer service line. And then you are prompted to go ahead and enter like your 16-digit EBT card number. But these calls are not legitimate at all. No agency will never like initiate any contact or request your card number. But they said it's been getting a lot of people. So just, you know, be on the lookout as well, because they're still in benefits. They're doing a lot of things out here. And this is all that we have, guys. Let me know down in the comments. Have you already received your $120 card in the mail? Have you went to spend it? Remember, you only have, what is it, like 74 days or something? I can't remember. I'll put it in another video. But you only have a certain amount of days to use that money, so make sure you do use it. As well as, what do you think about the Affordable Connectivity Program with the stricter requirements and all this verification service? Would you even do it? If you're in Texas, make sure you apply for the replacement EBT benefits as well. Now, I was waiting for the Farm Bill to come out because today is supposed to be when we have a full proposal on what's going to happen. If you're unsure what I'm talking about, check out my last video with the Farm Bill as well. So hopefully we'll have more information on that. And as always, grab you some Amazon Prime. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.